in the world. So good morning, everyone. Hi, today is October the 1st, 2022. This is the Religion Outside the Box weekly gathering. I'm joined here. This is a little bit of a technology garble because I had to take my whole setup over to the First Christian UCC Church yesterday to run high holiday services. So I just scrapped everything back together to make it work, and it's not grand. There's everyone who's there, and will not be on this view very much. But I got all the people who are there. If you want to join, if you're on Facebook or you're on YouTube and you want to join all the smiley people in the little, and I thank you, smiley people in the little Zoom boxes, for sharing yourselves. And it's something that maybe I'm just daft and um, I didn't see it as a limitation, but I hear people say, well, nobody's going to open up and share on a public broadcast Zoom. And they're wrong. And you guys have proven that they're wrong in that um, we don't have that much to hide. We're just being ourselves, being open, authentic, honest, and uh, and so what if people see that we're not perfect? And so thank you guys for proving that random folks can be on an open network. I'm not to panic you too much, but we've been doing this for nearly 2 years, or over 2 years, a bunch of us, just sharing, and it's just wonderful. Thank all of you who were there last, either in person or on Zoom land. And today is a easier service on me planning wise because that's about all I've planned. We've come to the end of what I planned for today's service, and I asked the group um, because I'm a little burned from running a service last night, and boy oh boy, it was so much fun, and I had such a great time. And I will tell one little story, and then I'm going to turn it over because this is the day, and I don't know why well, I do know why we don't do this all the time. Is I get so excited about all the things that I want to share, um, and today is a day where some of you are going to share things that you've learned, things that you've taken with you, that you want to share. And I'm going to just tell a quick little story, and it has to do with how I ran and how I run the high holiday service, how I do this. And it's a story, and some of you might have heard me tell this in the past. It's a story about scientists who bred out. There's a species of fish that they managed to breed and rebreed and rebreed, a species of fish that was a schooling species. You know, some fish school together and some fish don't. And the scientists were, I think we have a microphone on. Oh, and also thank you all for keeping your microphones on for this service so that you can interject and interact, and I appreciate that. And thank you for yesterday understanding that we weren't able to do that for the more formal service. So scientists take a species of fish and they outbreed, they unbreed the schooling quality from that species of fish, and they come up with fish that it's the same species of fish, but this variety of that species of fish doesn't school. They just do their own thing. And they introduce that one non-schooling fish into a population of the regular species who all school. And the question is, what happened? So there's a whole species of fish that school, and there's one guy, one gal, one fish who's in that environment who's not a schooling fish. And I've asked this question to lots of people, and 9 out of 10 people don't know the answer to it. I didn't understand. I didn't get the answer to it until you hear the answer, and then you're like, yeah, of course that's what happened. So I want you to think for a moment, what do you imagine would happen? You take one fish from the species who usually schools and you make that a non-schooling fish, and you introduce it to all the other fish that school. And what do you imagine happens? Bob, say it again, Bruce. They don't start smoking cigarettes, but that's a very popular guess. Thank you. Thank you. Bruce. Go ahead, Bob. That's exactly right. The schooling fish all follow the one who doesn't school because that's what they do. And now that you know the answer, it's like, yeah, of course that's the answer, but I didn't know it. And there's something to be said about that of, well, I feel that way in the services that I run, is that I'm that fish who doesn't school very well, um, and doesn't follow others. And I'm delighted that you all are part of this non-schooling variety and joining. Okay. That being said, I'm going to turn. I think I think that might just be. And I'm going to ask. So I have a group on Wednesday who helps me to plan these services, and I'm going to ask one of y'all. I made a note of the things that you were going to talk about, but I forgot to make a note of who was going to talk about which one. So I can't call on you exactly, but I do know one of you was going to do something about LWPP. Uh, oh, are you? Is that all right? Do you mind going first, Alex? Well, I gotta time you out because Alex, you've already taught us something really important, and then I'm gonna try to shut up, which is I'm going to do my best, and I don't know if it's perfect, but I'm still gonna do it. So so today, take notes, think of what it is you learned from the various people who are presenting different things, and I think Alex, you've already taught us something really important, which is you might not get all of it right, but fuck it. You're going to get some of it right, and we're doing it right. So go ahead, Alex. I'm going to be quiet now. Wonderful. Thank you, Alex. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you for sharing that very much. Um, if you need an acronym to remember it by, it's small, medium, large, we PP. And Bob, I always thank you for the we PP because I got the small, medium, large, should, might, like. I got that part down. But the we PP is want, plan, promise. So thank you, Rob. Thank you, Bob, for keeping that stuck in my head for. Uh, and I do know this one. This was Maria. Maria, can I volunteer you to be next? Okay, it's you. Thank you, Maria. I did see there was a comment on Facebook that said we're not able to hear anything. And Facebook folks, I apologize. Um, I am my setup isn't set back up yet, so I will put in the link. You can join us if you'd like. There's the link to where we are today. If you can type that in, you can join us and get the better audio. And I apologize for the lack of clarity. Um, otherwise, okay. Um, thank you, Maria. So discernment, judgment, and we got small, medium, large. We PP should, might, like, want, plan, promise, and I don't know. I here's where my notes are off. So I don't remember who else volunteered. Someone was going to talk about paradoxicality. I think. Afia, Afia, are you on and able? Yes, yes, Rob. Yes. I don't think Afia is able to get the bandwidth right now to have video and audio happening. So we're going to pass on Afia for right now. Bob, Bob, you got your hand, and thank you for. I yeah. On want plan promise want plan promise. I'm going to do it. I don't know. Well, let's take a talk about that. So if the acronym is you're going up the levels of commitment from I should do it, I might do it, I'd like to do it, I want to do it, I plan to do it, I promise to do it. I'm doing. I think once you're doing it, you don't have to worry about planning it all or promising. You're actually doing it. Thank you. Um, do we have any better luck on Afia? No, not yet. Okay, thank you, Bob, for interjecting there. So I'll hold off on Afia. Joe, I just know that there was something you were going to do. Would would do you still are you still volunteering to? Okay. Well, thank you, Joe. Very, very, very subtle there too. Keep it anonymous. Very good.